Okay, let's see. I think I'm being connected now. So let me just check. Let me check if the technology is working. Shows that I should be live. So, yay! And I'm live in our group. I never know. You never know with technology. But I'm so happy that I'm live and I can see you guys. So this is all amazing. So I'm just gonna wait a few seconds for you guys to hop on and find me, because I know that no, there's a delay when it comes to streaming. So, but if you're hopping on, I can see people hopping on. Please say hello, and I would like to warmly welcome you to this training. So please put something in comments below so I can see, I can check if I can see comments. So Shamila's here. Hello. Prachi's here. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your names. That's not my intention. Okay. Good. So I can see comments. That's amazing. I am so excited for this training. It feels like I've been preparing for this my whole lifetime. Okay, and this is actually the first time I'm running this training. And it's so close to my heart. So I'm so happy you're joining me live, guys. hello. So as you're hopping on, please say who you are. Tell me where you guys from. I really want this to be interactive. So I'll be checking my comments. So on this screen, I'll be seeing your comments. And on this screen, I have my presentation because I don't want to miss anything. There's a lot we need to get through. So today, this training is all about how you can become a certified life and spiritual coach and mentor. So we will not only be telling you, how you can actually be certified and have real qualifications and gain the right skills and experience in order to coach people and mentor people and actually get them results. But you will also find out different tools, different methodologies. You will find out why this is such a specific and maybe a different approach to anything else that's out there. So I'll be actually teaching you how we can combine 3 different modalities to create the best results for your clients. Can you actually tell me, guys, if you can hear me and if you can see the presentation? Because it will be good. I can see that you can see me, but I don't know if you can hear me. Can you just say if you can hear me? You can just confirm in comments below that you can hear me. So I'll be teaching you and I'll be telling you a lot about life coaching, spirituality, and mentorship as well. So we are combining actually 3 different modalities into one certification, and I'll be sharing with you why that's so important, how you can do it yourself, and how each modality, how it can help your clients get the best results. Okay, so we have a lot to get through. But hopefully you'll enjoy it. I absolutely love this topic. I think it's brilliant. Yes, we can hear you. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. So why this is so important to me? Okay, this is so important to me because life coaching, becoming a life coach, becoming a coach in general, and a mentor really changed my life. I moved from 9-to-5 job to having complete freedom, being a mom full time and running this business on the side. So it really helped me fulfill my purpose as, doing this as a profession, but also being a mom. So it completely changed my life. And, coaching is such a growing, and mentoring is such a growing industry. It's absolutely booming. And the problem is that coaching is still unregulated field, which means that legally you don't have to have any qualifications to call yourself a coach, and you can actually go out there and coach people just like that because it's unregulated field still. And that can create lots of damage to our profession because there are people who have no idea what they're doing and they want to help people, or maybe they might not even have the best interest at heart. They don't follow the right principles, the right guidelines. They don't use, the morality, or they're not being ethical, they don't have integrity. And I'm not talking that's you, but I'm just saying like what's happening in our profession and why this topic is so important, not only to me, but it should be important to everyone, is because when you become a coach or a mentor, you will be working with vulnerable people who have some sort of problem that you're helping them resolve. It could be they could come to you with emotional problems. So we work with vulnerable people, so it's really important to learn the right skills in order to help people go through that transformation and to help them in the best way possible. So it's really important to learn, to be ethical, to be moral, and to have qualifications that really have the highest standard possible in our industry, so that you are prepared for how you can help people, even in those very vulnerable moments. Okay. Bridget, hello. Vicky, Holly, hello. My comments, I think I can only see comments a bit delayed. So oh, Vicky, yeah, will I be able to watch this back? I've got to go and collect my son as he's not well. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not well. Yes. So this video will be here for a while in our group, so you can just watch a replay later, and I'll be posting replays, links in this group, and also to emails as well. I'll be sending you emails as well, so you can watch it. Okay, thank you, Bridget. That's exactly what's going to be happening, so thank you guys for already helping each other out. Amazing. So okay, so who am I? Probably you don't really know me. Okay, so I'm Eva. Really nice to meet you. I'm so happy you're here, but you probably have never come across me. Some of you might know me already from my other business that I'm doing, because I'm a business and spiritual coach. But most of you who have joined this group, pop-up group for this particular training, probably don't know who I am. So I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. So who am I? So I'm actually a qualified business and spiritual coach, as well as mentor. And I have been qualified with ICF, which is International Coaching Federation, globally. So it's international. So this allows me to coach and coach people around the world. And also with Association for Coaching, which is very specific. It's a governing body for coaching in the UK. So I'm covered internationally and also in the UK, because I'm based in the UK. Okay. As a business and spiritual coach, how I got started was, and what I still do, is I help coaches, mentors, spiritual workers build a business from 0 to 6 figures in the first year in a way that is really so aligned. So I actually combine business marketing, business strategy. I focus on Facebook groups, and I help them tailor their own business strategies so that they fully self-align. So that's one thing I do. But I'm also a founder of a Conscious Coaching Institute, where we actually give and provide qualifications. So for people who want to become life and spiritual coaches and mentors, this is what we do as well. And I also have background in psychology. So I have a degree in psychology, and I've spent many years working in psychology. So I'll be teaching you this as well. But in our qualifications, it's we're not only talking about life coaching, spirituality, and mentoring, but there's a lot of psychology into it as well, because that's very powerful. Psychology is very powerful as well. So I'm combining everything together to give you a really holistic way of helping people. And this is based on my experience. I've been working in coaching, mentoring now for, I always say to people it's 4 years, but now actually I realize it's now 5 years I've been doing this. This coaching qualification came to me just purely from my experience. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Lynn, hello, nice to see you here. So it's my story. So how did it all begin? And please share your story. Why do you want to become a coach and mentor? Why are you thinking about your career transition? Because this has been probably one of the hardest things I've done, but it has been so rewarding and life-changing, because it started in a place where I was, deeply depressed and anxious. I developed identity crisis, and it was all caused by my 9-to-5 job. So I had my first spiritual awakening, actually, my 9-to-5 job. And prior to my spiritual awakening, I was a complete atheist. I didn't believe in anything. I was very heavily involved in science, with psychology. I was always taught that if you cannot prove anything, if you cannot prove something in an experiment, it doesn't exist. So it was very scientific. So that's what I thought. And then, in my 9-to-5 job, at that point, I was actually working in HR. And I realized now, I know that HR was really against my core values, my personality, and that everything, the mixture of everything really caused my depression, anxiety, and identity crisis. And I just had this awakening, realizing that I can't carry on like this. There must be more to life. I remember sitting in my office and I felt completely stuck and I felt imprisoned. I remember it was a beautiful day, sunny, and I couldn't leave my office because I had to be sat, at a desk. And I felt like I had no freedom, and that's not what life is about. I really now truly believe it's about freedom. It's about connecting to your purpose, fulfilling your purpose in a way that's right for you. It should be all soul-led, soul-guided. And yeah, we're not meant to be working a lot. It's all about finding this balance and following your energy and honoring your energy, most importantly. So my spiritual awakening happened because I realized my 9-to-5 job was not the way forward. I also realized that the whole corporate world, the whole 9-to-5, the whole system is not right for me. I wanted to escape it. I was like, this is not the life I want to lead. But I didn't know what I wanted because I lost my identity. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I liked, connected to my purpose. Like, I had no idea where to start, okay? Does anybody experience this right now? Has anybody gone through something similar? Let me know in comments below. Let me know a little bit about you and your story. I would like to find out, okay? But when my spiritual awakening happened, I had a lot of people came into my life that were completely new, and they were actually guiding me through this spiritual awakening. So I came across angel numbers. I came across Abraham Hicks and law of attraction and universal laws. And everything started making sense. The more and more connected I got to my purpose, the more and more aligned I became, and the more and more signs I started receiving. So I was absolutely obsessed with connecting to my purpose. I always knew I wanted to help people. I just didn't know how and what I wanted to do. So I connected to my purpose. I then realized I wanted to be a coach and mentor. So I got qualified. And I started my own business. And actually, it took me 3 months from understanding why I'm here to creating my business and hitting my first 10K month as a business coach. No, at that time I wasn't a business coach. It was more like spiritual coach. It took me only 3 months to do this, right? So the transition was very quick, very unplanned. But I followed my gut, I followed my instincts, my intuition, and despite fear, I just did it. And I was so grateful that I got my qualifications because I had no idea how to help people, and coaching really, really helped me get confidence and knowing that whoever comes to me for help, I'm able to help them because of the coaching qualification. So that was amazing for me. So Bridget, that's me right now, was diagnosed with ADHD last year, and I feel like I was robbed my whole 20s. 9-to-5 government job is not for me. 1 sick leave since September, so learning as much as I can. Oh my God. And I remember, now you reminded me, I was signed off for work-related stress 3 times in 1 year, and I was on sick leave so long that I actually ended up working less than I was ill. So that's the thing. These are all the signs that our body is giving us: depression, anxiety, identity crisis. For me, it was just, my soul was crying for help. And, first, we ignore signs, and then it turns into illnesses. And, if you keep ignoring it, you're just going to get worse and worse and worse. And that was my scenario. I only got better because I really, at first, I didn't know why I was depressed and why I had this anxiety. But when I had this realization that it was due to, because I was not fulfilling my purpose, it all went away. Whereas before, I was trying to use therapy, counseling, and nothing really was helping me. But the minute I connected to my purpose, everything just went away, like literally just like that. Okay. Yes, a breakdown before we rise again, learning the lesson. Exactly. Shamia, agree, want to work 3 days and concentrate on my business. Exactly. Well done. Good. So the first year of my business, I was only qualified as a coach. So I was only using my coaching skills to help people. And what I was focusing on was connecting them to their purpose, working on their mindsets, overcoming their limiting beliefs, their fears, their doubts, because that's what coaching really, teaches you. And I was just coming up with a plan for their escape, how they can escape 9-to-5 so they can carry on with their purpose. So it was just pure coaching, okay? Then once I started becoming quite successful in my business, I started realizing that I can offer people so much more than just coaching. So coaching was getting my clients really, really good results. Okay. But the more I became, the more successes I started having as a business, I wanted to tell people that they can actually, I wanted to show people that once they connect to their purpose, they can actually make money from it. And that's the whole point. We want to be earning from our purpose so we can fully dedicate our life doing it. Because you don't want to be stuck in a 9-to-5 job and do this on the side. You're here to fulfill this purpose. So you need to be in it fully. So what I realized is that actually coaching has its limitations, and we will be talking about limitations of every single modality and why I've decided to combine them all. And when I started actually showing people and sharing my skills and knowledge and experience, and I started teaching them what I'm doing to attract clients, that's when my clients started getting more and more results. So at that point, I was actually combining coaching and mentoring together, which I absolutely loved. Okay. But first year of my business was quite difficult because I was still stuck in operating from my headspace, in limiting mindset. I was full of fears, doubts. I was so scared of losing that success that I was working crazy hours, like 9 to 10 hours every single day. So I realized I actually created myself a little prison. I was working way more than my 9-to-5 job, and it was more exhausting because I really deeply cared about what I was doing. So I reached burnout. I actually reached burnt out, and I was so close to quitting my business because I was like, this is not the freedom I wanted. And then behind the scenes, I knew my intuition was very loud again, and it was showing me that there's a better way of working. Okay. And I really wanted to find a way to work with more ease, with more flow, more intuitively. I wanted to get rid of all these limitations, those fears, those doubts. I was sick and tired of feeling fear like 90% of the time. So I hired a lot of coaches and mentors to help me connect to my spirit more, to connect to my intuition, and really strengthen that connection to spirit. Yes. So third year was when it was my massive breakthrough. And this is where I became a mom, first-time mom. And I realized that I wanted to be mom first and foremost. So I couldn't work 9 to 10 hours a day. I didn't want to lead that life. So it was the first year when I actually decided to just follow my intuition and follow my soul guidance. So I completely changed my business, completely changed my offers. I let go of things that I didn't like doing in terms of marketing, that was taking me so many hours. And I just focused on things that I absolutely loved in my business, things that really raised my vibrations. I started offering, I really simplified everything. And yeah, I use energy work a lot in my business. And I realized that by simplifying my strategy, by aligning my strategy to my soul and really heavily involving my intuition in my business, I actually created my first 100K 100K in 6 months, working 1 to 3 hours a day, being a full-time mom. So then I clicked that actually there was a massive thing missing in my business and in my clients' life. Energy work, spirituality, that is what actually got you success. So that's when I started combining coaching, mentoring, and the last thing that I've learned was spirituality, which got not only me the results, but my clients started getting amazing results with so much more ease and flow, and they were just enjoying the journey a little bit more. Okay, so that's when I started coaching people in a different way. Okay, combining those 3 modalities. And I came up with my own authentic approach, okay, that I believe was channeled and downloaded through spirit, because there's no way I could have come up with something amazing. And it allows me to completely express myself and who I am, okay? And I believe that we all are very unique and we're here for a specific purpose, okay? So your coaching practice, your coaching and mentoring practice should really be an extension of who you truly are and your purpose. Okay, so really by connecting to your true authentic self, you'll be able to align your coaching and mentoring skills to who you truly are. And this is not only something that from a marketing point of view will make you unique and stand out, but it's your uniqueness and your purpose, your superpower. This is exactly your gift that you've been given to share it with humanity to make an impact. And this is what I see with my clients, you know, when they've just become qualified coaches, they're absolutely petrified to be like, oh, I cannot deviate from my coaching qualifications. I must stick to to those models. I need to, you know, I need to follow exactly what I've been taught. And that's good right at the beginning, right? Because when we don't know how to coach people or mentor people, it's good to learn from basis, right? And have those, you know, models to rely on and those tools. But as you get familiar with those, I really encourage you to start adjusting it and aligning it to you and start using your intuition and your soul for guidance so you can guide your clients in the best way possible, because that is your superpower. So if you go with qualifications that tell you can't do this, you can't do that, you know, and they're really creating a little box for you that you cannot really, there's no much room for movement, you're actually killing your superpower. And this is why you're here. This is your purpose. You know, you need to authentically express yourself because you've got amazing skills and experience, and you are the person that will be helping your clients. Okay, and your qualifications are just there to give you a little bit more skills to do that. Okay, does that make sense? So that's why it's so important to me to not only teach you guys how to, you know, the basic skills, and not basic skills, but, you know, the skills and the tools and models you can use, but most importantly, there's a next level. You know, how can you align everything you're learning to you so you can create your own unique approach and be unique and fulfill your purpose? Does that make sense? Let me know, guys, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I will give you, I will have Q&A after this training. So if you have any questions, pop them in comments below. If I can't answer them as I go through this, you know, keep your questions and ask me during the Q&A, because I might miss out. I check comments, but I might miss out. Hi, Tony. Thank you for saying yes. And because of my different, unique approach, I've been recognized as the leader in this field, and I've been invited to 15 events as a main speaker in the last 12 months, right? So these are just snapshots of them. Most of the work I do is online anyway. So who is this training for? And tell me, please say yes if this is you. Let's get the energy going. Zosha, hello. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So say yes if this is you. Okay, this resonates with you. You feel you are meant for more, and you desire to help people and have more meaning and fulfillment in life. You want to get away from your soul-sucking 9-to-5 job and have a job that does not only give you ultimate fulfillment, but also gives you time, location, and financial freedom. You're interested in life, Bridget. Yes, I love it. You are interested in life and spiritual coaching as well as mentoring, and you would like to find out more about it, so to see if you are suited for this profession. You want to find qualifications that will not only give you the theoretical knowledge and the practical experience, but you want to learn how you can align what you study to who you truly are, so you can express yourself and bring your true authentic self and gifts to your coaching practice. And you want to create impact and change people's lives for the better. Okay, this is why we're here. We love people. We want to create impact. We genuinely care about people, and that's why we want to get qualifications of the highest standard to help us do that. Yeah. So how many yeses are here? So guys, are you ready to find out how you can become a phenomenal life and spiritual coach and mentor so you can create life-changing impact on people's lives? I think this is the best profession because you get so much fulfillment when you see people progress and transform. It's the best thing ever. Okay, so let me know how you guys feeling. Are you guys ready? Let's get started. Okay, so life coaching, okay, versus spirituality versus mentoring. So now I'm going to tell you what we mean by each thing, because there's a lot of misconception about those three modalities. Okay, Nessia, hello. Shumila, yes, yes, yes. So ready? Yes. Okay, so let's start off with spirituality. Okay, so spirituality is very difficult to define because spirituality means different things to different people. I think it's a very personal journey. It's a very personal thing. Okay. One thing I definitely want to say, so there's no misunderstanding, is that this is not a religious qualification. This is not a religious training. Okay. But what I want us to know is that what spirituality means to me is that there's something greater than us. There's something greater than our 3D world and our bodies, right? I believe there's something greater. And we might call it different things. Some people call it energy, some people call it creator, some people call it spirit. Doesn't matter how you call it. It really doesn't matter. Use the wording that resonates with you the most. But the common ground is that we believe that there's something greater. Okay, do you guys agree? And here I want to talk about head versus soul. So when I say head, what I really mean is our thoughts, our beliefs, our mind, okay, our ego. So how many of you believe that who you truly are is your mind, is your head, right? Well, I always say it's head. when I work with my clients, like, yeah, I'm speaking to your head. I don't want to be speaking to your head. I want to speak to something else. Bridget, yeah, I just finished Ask, and it is given from Esther, and I love Esther Hicks. They definitely changed my life for sure. So, how many of you believe that who we truly are is our head, our mind? How many of you believe that? Because I feel that, when it comes to our conditioning, it always feels like it is really promoted to, be logical, be rational, feelings, intuition, don't be so emotional. Emotions, feelings are always seen as a weakness or something bad, right? This is how we've been conditioned. Bridget, ego versus spirit. We are not our ego, we are spirits. Exactly. Amazing. Good. So we are not our heads. Okay, we're not. So what I mean by head is that we all have ego, and ego is very important. So I know a lot of people say, oh, I want to get rid of ego. There is a place for ego. Ego is here to keep us safe, and it keeps us safe. It keeps us, it really loves when we are in our comfort zone. If we want to do something out of our comfort zone, our head, our ego will go absolutely crazy, and it will throw all these limiting beliefs and fears and doubts at you to keep you safe, right? That's just how we've evolved, and this is how we are. So I see our head as our mind as just another organ, just like our liver, our lungs. It's there to serve a purpose, but it's not who we are. Okay, our mind is a byproduct of our conditioning. Typical thing like go to school, go to college, go to university, get a job, climb up the ladder, put money aside to a pension, and then live your life when you're 70 and when you retire, right? This is what typically happens in our society. And when I work with clients, and when you work with clients, you probably see that a lot of people have very similar fears, very similar limiting beliefs, very similar fears, doubts, money worries, right? Because we have been brainwashed and conditioned in that way. So it's really important. So this is not who you are. This is just a byproduct of our conditioning. And I understood it so clearly when one guy, I can't remember who it was, but he said, when you're meditating and you observe your thoughts, you think you are the thought, but you are the one observing the thoughts. So your thoughts are not actually who you are as well. So who are we, right? We're so much greater. So we are, again, we can call it different things. Some people say spirits, I call it soul, right? This is our soul, or connecting to your heart, or people say, gut feeling or intuition. It all, I think, links to the same thing. We believe that we are greater than our ego and our heads, right? Because when our souls are they have infinitive knowledge, they are connected to something greater, and your soul knows what you're meant to be doing. And if you get guidance from your soul knows exactly the best route for you to success, what the best route of success for you is, right? Least and the route to success for you will be so much more ease and flow if you follow your soul's guidance. And your soul communicates through you in many different ways, but mainly through feelings and emotions. So for example, when I was stuck in my 9-to-5 job, I didn't really feel anything. So it was very difficult for me to connect because I was so disconnected that I didn't feel much. I was feeling numb a lot of the time. But typically when you experience negative emotions, and I don't like to call them negative because they all emotions are there for a reason and they serve their purpose. But when you have negative emotions, what we call negative, your soul is trying to guide you to, no, it doesn't feel right, don't go there, go somewhere else, right? So the path of least resistance, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I mean by spirituality, that there's something greater. We know our head, we are so much greater, and we know our fears, we know our thoughts, we know our limiting beliefs. We are so much greater than that. Okay. And when we connect to our souls, you have this, you realize that you're limitless, you feel so empowered, you have this amazing guidance that nobody can give you really other than yourself. Okay. So life coaching. So as mentioned before, it's an unregulated field, which creates a lot of problems in our industry. Okay. There's a lot of misconception about what coaching is. So for a lot of people, coaching means that you need to be guiding people, advising people, leading them in one way or the other. And actually, it's quite the opposite. So a lot of people see coaching and they take it from like sports coaching. For example, football coach will tell his players how to play and what to do. But when it comes to life coaching or business coaching or just any other coaching, you should never ever lead your client or guide them or give advice. I remember when I was doing my qualifications, if I ever did ask a question that was a leading question, or if my examinators thought that I led them in any way, small little, I would fail, right? They're so strict about it. Okay, so you should never be leading them. That's when the mentoring comes in. But if you just want to do coaching, you should never be advising people. You should never really be leading them in any way. Okay, all you can do is just be asking powerful questions, because we believe as coaches that we are whole. We're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You don't have to be told what to do. You have all the answers within yourself. So as a coach, all we're doing is helping you access that wisdom that you have within yourself. Okay. So, and typically as well, life coaching is when people either come to you when they already have a goal in place and they just don't know how to get there, or they don't know what they need to do to be happy. They very lost. They don't know what they need a direction. They don't know what they want. So you help them identify what they truly want through powerful questions without leading them. Then you help them remove their internal blocks. Like coaching mainly focuses on conscious blocks. Blocks that we're aware of, like, okay, I know I have this negative thought pattern, or I have those limiting beliefs and I already know about them. So we help them remove those blocks that are conscious. And plan of action. So, what steps you need to take to actually get to your goal, right? That's what coaching mainly is. And here I want to just make it very clear that it is important to get qualified, to hold, a very high standard, learn the skills to provide the best results for us, simply because it's unregulated field. So we want to stand out in the industry. And I believe it will become regulated once. Same as psychology. Psychology was unregulated field many years ago, and it became, regulated. I think the same will happen to coaching. So coaching is an amazing tool that actually helps you connect to your soul through questioning. Okay. So it really gives you ability to tap to this incredible, limitless, and powerful being. Okay. And there are different routes to becoming a coach or being a coach. Okay. So you can either work for yourself. So tell me what your preference is. Like, what type of coach would you like to become? So you can work for yourself, you can work offline or online. So I mainly work online and I work for myself. You can either be employed by a corporation or you know, it can be part-time employed or full-time employed. You can use coaching as an additional service. So that's very popular because I think, especially with teachers, trainers, managers, counselors, therapists, you know, they really recognize that coaching is such a powerful tool that they want to become qualified just to add another skill to their service. Or you can be associate coaching, which means that you'll be hired for like small amount of time. So, you know, for a project or a training or something like that. Okay, so it's more like a consultant. So what type of coach do you want to be? And of course, within that, there are different types of coaches, whether you know, it can be business coach, love coach, relationship coach, purpose coach, life coach. You know, there's so many different names. And I believe the way for you to know what type of coach you want to be is really important to connect to your purpose. So you really know what impact you're meant to create on this planet and what problem you're solving for your client and what results you want to create for your clients as well. So once you know what your purpose, you will then be able to name yourself and figure out what type of coach and mentor you are. Shamila, you want to work part-time, part-time for yourself, and Nisha, both online and offline. Amazing. So what's mentoring? Okay, so mentoring, as I said, is really important to connect to your purpose. So you know what direction you're going to take your practice in. And it's all about understanding what like your uniqueness, basically, your skills, your experience, your knowledge, your expertise. So what you want to think about is your whole life, and you want to put your whole life's experience into helping your clients, because mentoring is when you actually train people, when you give them advice. It's all based on your knowledge and experience. So people would hire a mentor. So similar to me, you know, the reason why people hire me is because I've achieved something that they want to achieve, and I know exactly what they need to do based on my experience and knowledge and skills. But on top of that, I'm combining that with spirituality and coaching to make sure that what they're creating is so aligned to them. So but mentoring is typically giving people advice, and you know, you can train them. So it's heavily linked to your experience and knowledge, and that's why it's really good, because every single modality has its limitations. For example, coaching, you know, I think it's a very powerful tool because it helps you connect to something greater, to answers that you have within that you might not be aware of straight away, but it will only get your clients to a certain point, right? Because there's only so much they know. Okay. So if they want to up level, go to the next level, they need a mentor. They need someone who has more knowledge, more experience to guide them, right? So that's why mentoring comes in. But then if only you use mentoring and that's it, obviously that then doesn't encourage people to find their own answers. And just because you experience and done something in one particular way, it doesn't mean that it will work for that particular person. Okay, there's no one route to success. So although you can give them advice and your experience, you know, it's really important for them to figure out how, based on your advice, you know, is this the right path for me? And is there something bigger, something else for me? So that's why, and when it comes to spirituality, obviously, when you are able to connect to your soul and get guidance from above, then that's the best way, because you know, you are guided by your soul that has so much more power and knowledge, right? So that's why we want to bring everything together in order for you to create the best impact for your clients. Does that make sense? Zosia, I will have a hybrid approach, offering both face-to-face and online work, more spiritual and self-awareness mentoring with coaching where needed. Amazing. Okay, so now we're going to go through each modality, and I'll show you what steps you need to take within those modalities to help your clients. Okay, so I'll talk about spirituality first. So the first thing we need to know is energetic alignment and embodiment. So that's the first step. But before we talk about this, we need to understand what energy is and how it all works, okay? So according to Joe Dispenza, 99.99999% of everything is energy. And why is that so important when we work with clients? Well, it's so important because their thoughts, their beliefs, their feelings, emotions, the action they take, all emanates energy. And energy actually vibrates. It's not static, it vibrates. And you can have low vibrational frequency or high vibrational frequency. And when it comes to low vibrational frequency, what we mean by this is what I call negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative experiences, right? So it could be anything that we're not really pleased with. Whereas when it comes to high vibrational frequency, it's the opposite, right? So it's positive thoughts, positive feelings. The highest vibrational frequency is love. So positive experiences. And because and like attracts like, okay? So when it comes to vibrational frequency, the reason why it's so important to know where we are on the spectrum. So the energy can vibrate low or high or anything in between, right? So it's like a spectrum. It can be anywhere, but you need to know that like attracts like, and it will be the same for your client. So how this can look like in real life is if you, for example, have a client who wants to go through career transition, but they have all these negative thoughts like, I'm a failure, I will never be able to do it. Who am I to even think that I can make it work? I'm already too old. What am I thinking about? So they have those self-thoughts patterns, quite negative, right? It's quite low. You can feel that it's not very positive, right? And as a result, because they have negative self-talk and thought patterns, that will then turn into beliefs. And that will trigger the negative emotions. It's impossible to have negative thoughts and feel good about them. It just doesn't work. So when you have negative thoughts, that will trigger negative emotions. So because you have all these thoughts about being a failure, that will make you, you probably experience fear, and you will self-doubt yourself. You will have low confidence. And that your feelings then really determine your actions. Okay, so you would then probably not maybe invest in qualifications because you feel like, what's the point? I'm going to fail anyway. You procrastinate because you're scared to take action. So that can, and obviously action, not taking the right action will affect their life. So the reason why they and they will start attracting the same thing over and over again because they're in low vibrational frequency. When you're in a low vibration frequency and you want something of high vibrational frequency, there's no way it can attract each other because they're on completely different frequencies. One is low, one is high, right? And like attracts like. So if you think you're a failure, you will only attract more experiences to showcase that you're a failure. So it's like self-fulfilled prophecy. Does that make sense? Shamila, absolutely. You're more likely to connect to your soul and spirit if you're vibrating at high vibration frequency. So that's why we want to quiet our mind, where all our limitations are, connect to our soul in order to get that guidance in a clearer manner. So why, why is this so important? How do we use this concept of alignment and energy to help our clients? So we need to understand that in order for them to achieve the desires that they want with ease and flow, they need to become an energetic alignment with the desires. So if you guys want to become coaches, you need to become an energetic match with becoming a coach, right? So you need to start feeling good about becoming a coach, feeling ready and feeling, confident, so that you start attracting, becoming a coach, and that will become so much easier. Or it's the same with attracting clients, right? Like if you're struggling to attract clients, we need to look at your money stories, your worries about money, like your blocks, what's blocking you, so you can get rid of that, and you can slowly start raising your vibrations so you can start feeling abundant. If you feel poor, you attract more and more things that are poor, or not clients, no money. But if you feel abundant, that's when money comes in. And a lot of people say, oh, but I'll start feeling abundant if I have money coming in. So they wait for the physical reality to show up before they change their vibration, but it will never happen because that's not how the universe works. Okay, we first need to become an energetic match for our desires before they show up to us. So it's very important to work energetically first with your clients, okay, through embodiment. And what I mean by embodiment is you already need to become energetically the person you want to become in order to attract those things to you. So you need to be changing your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, and then your action. So when you work with clients, make sure that you first of all identify what results they want to achieve, who they want to become, what goal you're working towards, and then how are their thoughts blocking them from creating that reality, and how they need to change their thoughts and what thoughts they need to experience in order to attract that reality to them. Same with beliefs, same with feelings, and that will lead them to action, right? So embodiment is very, very important. So what it means is that you're already living the life of the person who's already achieved the success you want. So you're already that person energetically before seeing physical manifestation. And this concept is so simple, right? But it's very difficult to do because we have been conditioned and, we've lived with the same thoughts and beliefs, the same patterns for all our lives. So it's really difficult to just let go of that and start thinking differently, right? So that's where you come in as a spiritual coach and mentor to help people achieve that, okay? Because otherwise they will not achieve it. That's the thing, right? A lot of people, do vision boards and they do affirmations and it doesn't work for them. It's because they're not shifting their energy. Energy is the key to everything. Over 99% of their success is down to energy. So that's why this tool is so powerful. So first of all, shift it energetically and do the embodiment piece with them. The second thing you need to do is connect them to their souls, for the guidance. So your clients will come to you for many reasons, but mainly because they have no clarity on what they truly want. Or even if they come to you with a specific goal, it's most likely that this goal is connected to their head and their conditioning, what I should be doing rather than what I want to be doing. Okay. So, and also they have no idea how to get them. So connecting them to their soul will help them get clarity on what they truly desire, because there is massive difference between head versus soul desire. And a lot of people, the reason why they're not achieving what they want is because they actually creating desires from a headspace, what would look good on my CV, or what would look good in front of my parents or friends. And they're creating desires that they think they want, but actually they don't want. Okay, because that's how brainwashed we've all been. And can you assist someone who has PTSD with this advice? Yes, you can. And there'll be other approaches that I'll be sharing with you that will help them even more with PTSD. Okay, so yes, so it's very important to connect people to their soul's guidance and their soul's desire, because that in itself will raise their vibration, and by raising their vibrations they'll be able to manifest it quicker into their life. Okay, so to help people get the best results, it is essential for them to connect to their souls, as the soul will always provide the best guidance that is unique to each individual with least resistance. So your role as a coach, as a spiritual coach, is never to lead or guide people here, especially at this point, because we don't know what's best for them. Okay, the best thing we can do for them is help them connect and for them to receive that guidance through. Not only they will believe in more and it will land better, but it will also be the best advice they can get. Okay, and connect to purpose. Okay, so connecting to your purpose is very important, but also connecting your clients to their purpose is also very important if that's what they want. Okay, but the reason why I put connect to your purpose this is so important is because you want to create a practice that is so aligned and purpose driven. So why that's so important? It's important because you know exactly why you're here on this planet. You know exactly what impact you want to create with your coaching and mentoring skills. You know exactly your niche, what problem you want to solve for your clients, and what results you want to create for them. You will have this deeper knowing that this is it. Your energy will shift and you start vibrating at higher frequencies, leaving you feeling inspired, at peace, fulfilled, and incredibly joyful. Joyful. I put fulfilled twice in, which actually is the best feeling in the world. When you feel in alignment, when you know like this is it, this is why I'm here, it's the best. It's like this biggest bliss you will feel. And then your vibrations will help you connect to your clients at a deeper level and attract them energetically with more ease and flow. So not only it will help you with marketing side of things in business, but also energetically, you'll be attracting clients straight away. Okay. And through your self-awareness and self-reflection, you'll be able to understand your own authentic and unique characteristics that make you the one and only expert in your soul-aligned niche, which is massive. You will explore all the abilities, skills, and experiences you already have to help people, and coaching and mentoring skills will only help you catapult what you already have to the next level. So I want you to understand that you already, because you'll be living your purpose, you've been probably training for this purpose many, many lives, you already have everything you ever need to help people. Okay, and by giving you a little bit more skills in terms of coaching and mentoring, it's just going to bring everything to fruition. Okay. Sorry. Removing internal blocks is the next step. So 90 to 95% of our mind is unconscious mind. Okay. And when it comes to coaching, it really only focuses on removing blocks on at conscious level. But there's so much more. That's why what we need to learn is how to help people remove blocks that they're not aware of. Okay, so some people, I was like this. I was not able to figure out sometimes why I'm not moving forward. I couldn't figure out with my mind because it wasn't to do with my mind. It was something to do with my energy. So I've learned different modalities to help me remove like stuck energy on my blocks, and I never really needed to know what they were about, but I was still able to release them. So now I think it's really important. This is what I help. This is what I teach in my qualifications as well. You know, how do you remove internal blocks? And I teach 5 different healing modalities to help my students learn and help their clients in the future to release any energetic blocks, any blocks that they're not conscious of. Okay. So next is coaching. Okay, so what to do to get the best results for your clients when it comes to coaching. So first of all, there are different levels to coaching. And again, in these qualifications, we actually are covering all different areas. So that you can be confident that whoever comes through the door with any problem, whatever problem they have, you'll be able to solve. Okay, so the first one is typical like performance-based coaching. So for any type of coaching, you know, remember that how we help people is through open questions, hypothetical questions, powerful questions that promote that self-discovery in your clients. We can use different models. So mainly GROW model is like really basic model for performance-based coaching. So all it talks about is, you know, you identify the goal, you know, where your client wants to go. You see their reality, what's happening in the current reality, what's keeping them stuck, you know, why they're not moving forward. Then you figure out options, you know, what options do they have in order to move forward. And then out of all of different options, you pick one thing that they commit to and they say, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to move forward using that one thing. Okay. So as I say, it's very basic model, but it's important, you know, it does come handy in some circumstances. So it's good to have knowledge of it. There's another model called Toolkit, which is a little bit more complex than GROW. So it's more about building trust with your clients. You know, being a coach and mentor, it's all about building trust. The more people feel that they can trust you, the more they'll be able to open up and be free in themselves. And that's when they'll be able to connect more, because they'll just feel comfortable with you. That's why you never really have competition, because your style will only appeal to certain types of people, right? You really need to click with a coach in order to have transformation. So Toolkit really focuses on building that trust first, and then you come up with the outcome. Okay, what's the outcome of today's session, or, you know, our coaching? Then you help them open up. So you really let them explore, talk to you about anything that's bothering them, anything that's on their mind. You don't interrupt, you let them flow. It's very open. Toolkit is very open. Loosen up, again, it's very similar to open up. So you let them talk about the things that they think prevent them from moving forward. Do they have any issues? Do they have any problems? Let them just loosen up and talk about anything they need to, anything that comes up. Then you talk about know-how and resources. So, how can we move away from your problem? What resources have we got? So it's very similar to options in Grow model. Then you identify, again, the move forward, and you move away with that. Okay, so tasks and tidy up means that you just agree the one way forward for your clients. So it's very similar to Grow model, but it's a little bit more flowy, and letting your clients to really, really talk and let everything out. It's very important to be giving feedback and observations to your clients as well, and creating a safe space and building good rapport with your clients is absolutely a must. Okay. Overcoming blocks is another thing in coaching that you need to do, of course, and that's I already mentioned, it's at conscious level. So it's all about limiting beliefs. Okay. So how we do this here, that's when the psychology bit comes in. So we use cognitive behavioral coaching for that, which links to cognitive behavioral theory. So it's not the event that causes a reaction in a client, but their interpretation. Okay, so that's what we want to teach our clients. And this becomes very useful when people procrastinate, they're not taking action, and that there are some internal blocks that you need to remove with your clients. Okay, so again, your role is to help clients identify their limiting beliefs. And what I mean by limiting beliefs is beliefs that do not serve them. I'm a failure, I'm not good enough, I'm too young, I'm too old, I'm not skilled enough. Limiting beliefs are beliefs that actually prevent us from moving forward, block us, right? They're not positive things. So you help them identify limiting beliefs, negative thought processes, dysfunctional assumptions, challenge them and turn them into more positive and effective thoughts and beliefs, so your clients can move forward with achieving their goals. And we use the cognitive behavior therapy, coaching for that, to do that. So obviously, I'm not going to go through every single model that we'll be covering, because that's what we do in our qualifications, and it takes like 6 months for my students to get qualified. But this is something for you to have a think of, because the cognitive behavior coaching is very, very popular and quite powerful and beneficial when it comes to removing conscious blocks. Another thing is relationship. You will probably have clients that at some point might have problems with their relationships, and it could be communication issues. It could be romantic relationship, friendships, working relationships, right? So we use transaction analysis for that, right? So that's this is sort of the model that was developed by Eric Berne. So again, it's a modern psychology. Okay, so it's all about really understanding and examining relationships, people's relationships and interactions. So it can be extremely useful because it helps people understand the dynamics of the relationships and to identify patterns of communications that are not working for them. So sometimes when we have a conflict, we believe we're right, and what we do is absolutely right, like we communicate well, and the transactional analysis helps you examine everything and helps you see things from completely different perspectives as well. So it can be helpful with emotional or mental health issues. So Shamila, this is for you for the PTSD. So this is like really, really good for that. And it really can gain insight into the root causes of the problems and work towards resolving them. So it's really good understanding the root causes. Okay. It can help people improve communication skills and their ability to connect with others. Social anxiety is really good for social anxiety and difficulty forming relationships in general. Okay. It helps remove emotional issues as well as a result of the relationship breakdown. Okay, so again, you need to learn how you can navigate people's, conflicts in relationships in order to help them, because, we all humans, and, at some point we always had some conflicts, right? So it's good to have that sort of skill. And the next thing is paradigms. So a person paradigm, what I mean by this, really relates to our understanding and theories and methodologies for life, our unique sets of beliefs, values, assumptions, expectations, attitudes, and preferences. So paradigms is just like how we see the world, okay? So you need to learn as a coach how to shift people's perspectives, the stories they tell themselves, perceptions, and their paradigms and conditioning, right? So remember, we all been conditioned, so it's important to help them shift that in order to remove their own limitations and achieve their full potential. Some of the tools can help clients. Here are some of the tools that can help clients with that. So narrative coaching, where you help your clients change their own stories by creating new stories that benefit them better. Reframing, where you change the way you look at something, so your clients will start seeing things from different perspectives and in different ways. And perceptual positioning, seeing things from different points of views, right? So these are 3 different things that I use in my qualifications to help people shift people's paradigms, okay? So next is mentoring. Are you guys still with me? Does it all make sense? Does it all make sense? Let me know. So when it comes to mentoring, what can you do to get the best results for your clients? So as previously mentioned, it all comes down to your purpose, and then understanding how your skills, experience, expertise, your different abilities, how can you all pack it together and deliver it to your clients, how this can really help them progress. So for example, if you want to be a relationship coach and mentor, then you will learn all your skills and knowledge and your whole life experience that you've had around your relationship to help them with their relationships, right? So it's all based on your own life experience, right? So it's really, really important for you to identify your uniqueness here, what you already have to offer, and you definitely do. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but I have nothing to offer, right? You do have a lot to offer, okay? So that's when the mentoring comes in. So how does being a coach and mentor looks like in a real world? So all I can talk about is from my own experience, how it all happens, right? So for me, it's very important for you to, okay, hang on. Coaching and mentoring is such a flexible profession. And it's so important for you to really first understand what your ideal life looks like. What is it that you want to create with your life? How does it look like? And then create your coaching and mentoring practice around it. Okay. So for me, my vision has changed. Before I was a mom, it was very different. Now that I'm a mom, it's very different. But your coaching and mentoring is such a flexible thing you can do, that it will fit any sort of lifestyle you want. So for example, I only work 1 to 3 hours a day. When I had 1 child, I was working 3 hours a day. Now 3 hours is a luxury. It doesn't really happen. So I typically work 1 to 2 hours a day, and it still helps me create financial freedom. So I still manage to create 6-figure years with my coaching business. And I still get to work with amazing clients. I still get to, create the impact I really am so passionate about. So you can really have it all. You can really have the right balance. And so you really need to figure out what would work for you. For some people, they want to see people like in real life. But for others, it could be online. So you really need to figure out what matters to you and what you would enjoy, what feels aligned with you, and then create practice around that. Okay. So today I've given you lots of different introductions to everything, right? And what I really want you to know that this is just an introduction. There's so much more to it in order to become a qualified, obviously, a coach that really creates impact. It does take a while to not only learn about these things, but also to practice before you go out there and create impact. So I just wanted you to be aware that there's so much to it than just what we talked about, but at least I've given you some sort of framework. Maybe you can work around, and how how many different tools and models there are to really help you and your clients, right? And hopefully the main message for me is that do combine lots of different modalities. Life coaching is amazing, spirituality is amazing, and mentorship is amazing, but only when you combine it all together. That is the best impact they can give. Only when you combine them three together, only then you can give people the best impact. So let me ask you, are you ready to become a certified life and spiritual coach and mentor? So you can really create that massive impact in people's lives, okay? Create your ultimate freedom when it comes to your time, location, and financial freedom, and finally feel that meaning and fulfillment in your life. I want you to, Bridget, thank you so much good information. Good, thank you so much. So I want you to tell me, where are you in terms of your journey? Are you guys already qualified and you're thinking about getting maybe more skills under your belt, or are you new to it and you're looking to become qualified? Tell me more about where you are in terms of your business, okay, in terms of your journey. So for those of you who want to become qualified, and for those of you who want to be combining the life coaching, spirituality, and mentorship, I want to share with you the certification that the qualifications that we offer, and to see if this is something that would suit you as well. Okay, so you get three qualifications. You get three qualifications in one. Okay, so you'll become a certified life and spiritual coach and mentor in 6 months. So it takes around 6 months to do the full qualifications. So you can really do what you're truly meant for, creating massive impact in people's lives whilst finding your own happiness, fulfillment, and meaning in life. Okay. So you'll get three qualifications. So you'll actually be certified spiritual coach, you'll be certified life coach, and certified mentor. Okay. But as you know, at the end of our qualifications, you will know exactly who you are in terms of your coach, whether you're a life coach, whether you're a relationship coach, whatever your purpose is, it's going to be tailored. Obviously, you will be tailoring that for you as well. And we are actually meeting the highest standard in the industry as well. Okay, so as you know, guys, this is so important for me because the industry is unregulated. Okay, so this is for you if deep down you know you're meant for more and you have this powerful and strong desire to help others. You finally want to do something that gives you true happiness, meaning, and fulfillment. You want to incorporate life coaching, spirituality, and mentorship to give the best help to your clients and create long-lasting and life-changing results. You want to connect to your purpose and learn how you can align the teachings to who you truly are, making it your own and developing your own approach to helping people, which will help you stand out as an exceptional coach from a crowded marketplace. You're also serious about your qualifications and you want to be certified with an institute that follows the highest standard in the coaching and mentoring industry. You're looking for qualifications which will not only give you an in-depth theoretical knowledge, but will also give you practical elements so you can practice what you learn, mastering your skills, ensuring you will be 100% confident with your coaching and mentoring skills by the end of qualifications. So you know how to do it. Okay, and following your qualifications, you will also learn how to build a successful coaching and mentoring practice and how to attract clients so you can do this full time and make a real impact in the world. So what makes this different? What makes this course and qualifications different? So first of all, you get three qualifications in one because you will be learning three different modalities. Okay, so you will learn how to combine them both. You will learn how to align it to you. And we don't only teach as well. So of course, there is a big chunk of theoretical knowledge. You need to be learning all these different tools, models, techniques, but there's so much more to it. We will be aligning all these tools to you so you know how to use it, so you can fulfill your own unique purpose. But also I'm really focused a lot on practicing everything you learn. So actually the first 2 weeks of every month, you'll be just spending this time learning the materials. And then in 1 week, we're really focusing on just practicing it. So you will be paired up with people every single month, coaching and mentoring different people. just to practice what we learn. And also you'll be required to do 40 hours of coaching and mentoring with other people, and I'll be helping you look for free clients as well. So you practice. So you just build your confidence. And you also have me, you have unlimited support from my end to make sure that I am listening to your calls, I'm listening to your coaching and mentoring, giving you feedback, and also any other questions you might have, you can always reach out to me and ask, okay? You will also learn how to create a successful business. So I'll be gifting you actually my 4-day course on, the step-by-step process for how you can actually start attracting clients and creating a 6-figure business from scratch. And remember that I've been in your shoes. I've been exactly where you are. So I know exactly what you need in order to not only become a good coach and mentor, but also how to build your practice. And this is the most important thing. It's, we aligning your qualifications to who you truly are, so you can have your own approach and style reflecting your innate strengths, gifts, and abilities. Okay. So this is what we will be covering. Okay, so module 1 is all about foundation work. So you will learn about what life coaching is in great detail. Today we did like a little introduction, what spirituality is on a really, really deep level, and also on mentorship and how they differ and how you can start combining it to make sure that you can create best impact for your clients. Module 2 is all about energetic alignment and embodiment. So you'll be actually learning about how you can get people in energetic alignment, how you can get them into embodiment. Soul connection. So you'll be learning how to connect your clients to their souls so they can get guidance. And also by learning all these modules, you'll be testing and implementing it into your own life. So you'll be getting into energetic alignment and embodiment. You'll be connecting to your own soul as well. You'll be connecting to your purpose as you learn how to do it with your clients as well. Then we'll be talking more about the coaching tools for achieving clients' goals. We'll be talking about how you can overcome blocks energetically as well as just at conscious level. Today we didn't talk much about presence, but presence is how you can use silence and just being present as a very, very powerful tool in coaching as well. Module 8 is all about transactional analysis and relationship coaching. Module 9 is paradigms. And module 10 is a bonus module with the 4-day course for how to build a successful mentoring and coaching practice. So all in all, this all takes around 6 months. You can do it sooner if you want to, but if you start to our schedule, you would do it in 6 months, okay? And the results I'd expect you to achieve are that you will leave this course having full confidence on how to coach and mentor people to the highest standards, so you can provide the best long-lasting and life-changing results for your clients. You will connect to your purpose, having exact clarity on what you meant to help people with and how. You will develop your own unique way of coaching and mentoring people that is soul-led and aligned with who you truly are, reflecting your unique strengths, gifts, and abilities. And you'll learn how to attract clients so you can start earning as soon as possible. So I want to see you stepping into your true power and really finally saying yes to your dreams and really becoming who you're meant to become, okay? So what's included? So I'm just putting value next to it, just to see how much everything is what's the value for each thing, but this is not the price for the qualifications, okay? So you're going to receive teachings via video for each module, so it'll be pure teachings. You'll also receive written modules and worksheets that will help you understand what you're learning. You'll have role plays videos as well, so you understand how it all works in real life scenarios, how each module is implemented in a coaching and mentoring session. You have practice weeks, so this will happen in 2 weeks of your time. Then 1 week we do practice weeks where you practice your learned skills with fellow members, and I listen and I'll give you constructive feedback so you can improve. We also have Q&A sessions that week, so you can bring any questions you might have. You also have unlimited one-to-one online coaching and support from my side, so you can actually come to me with anything. You have group supervision sessions. You have obviously assessments and certification, private online community and accountability. and support in finding practice clients and live access. So I actually have over 4,500 people in my community. So I'll be using that to help my students get practice, practice clients. Okay, so the total value of everything that is here is nearly £9,500, but we have special offer. We have early bird offer basically for 10 people. So typically this qualification will normally be £7,000, and you have US dollars equivalent, but early bird currently is £4,500. Okay, and that is for 3 qualifications and for 6 months worth of qualifications. Okay, so if this is something that you're interested in, do let me know. And of course you get a bonus, which is the 4-day course, which is valued at £297. Okay, so the total value of everything you're getting is just over £7,000. So now you can save nearly £3,000. Okay, so you're getting 40% off as an early bird, but as I say, it's only for 10 people, and we have payment plans available. So you have 3 monthly payments, we have 6 monthly payments, or 12 monthly payments. So even if you wanted to go with 12 monthly payments, I wanted to break it down for you, it will be around £100 a week, which is £14 a day. And I remember when I was working my 9-to-5 job, I was probably spending around that much money, £14 a day for lunch, coffee, and cake. And it just shows you, it puts everything in perspective, that sometimes you spend that much money without even thinking. But here you can actually invest in yourself, get qualified, get all the skills under your belt, so you can actually go out there and change people's lives. Okay, so if you're interested, you can find out more on the link. I'm going to put the links in our comments. Let me do that now so you can check it out yourself. So here's the link. Where is the link? And if you want to have a chat with me about qualifications, whether this is the right fit, you can book a call with me. So again, I'm going to now copy the link and put it in the comments below. Perfect. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions whatsoever? I'm just going to wait a few minutes for your questions. If you don't have any questions, that's fine. Well, obviously, if you have any questions following this training, you can always reach out to me, private message me, and I'll be happy to help you. So I'm just going to wait 2 minutes for any questions to come through. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've had fun. I had a really, really good fun talking about everything that I feel so passionate about. Okay, so I'm not getting any questions, but as I say, I'm always, it's actually amazing. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, if you do have any questions following this training, just let me know, private message me, and we can have a chat. Okay. Thank you so much. You've been absolutely amazing. How do I even I want to stop share my screen. Thank you so much for listening, and yeah, hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Have an amazing day. Take care. Bye guys.